I have a client we're working with right now, right?
Okay.
And, you know, this is not intended to shame this client by any means, right? Or anything like that. But this client is really struggling with consistency, right? Now, listen, everybody struggles with consistency.
Oh, yeah.
It's not, again, this isn't a her problem. This isn't an anybody problem. We all struggle with consistency with things sometimes.
Yeah.
The problem is the consistency with safety-related things. Now, what do I mean by that? This dog is having really serious, we'll call it pica, right? Meaning ingesting things that they shouldn't ingest. Right? Mm-hmm. This dog loves eating socks and underwear and all that fucking shit that dogs love eating.
It's always the
right?
socks.
And the problem is this dog now has had 1, maybe 2 blockage surgeries that have needed to be done, right? The dog is still eating and shitting out socks all the time, right? And this person is really, really struggling getting a handle on this, right?
Yeah.
This is such a hard one, right? Because I get it, right? I understand to an extent that consistency can be hard with things, right? But when we're talking like safety related things, right? Things that like this could realistically kill this dog, right? I've met dogs before that have had so many blockage surgeries that they don't have any intestine left to remove, right? Because if you look at the blockage surgery, I think, again, I'm not a vet, I'm not a dog surgeon here, but I'm pretty sure they have to cut out a piece of the intestine to remove that blockage and then sew it back together. Right. Yeah. And you do that enough times, that intestine gets shorter and shorter and shorter, where it starts becoming really dangerous for the dog. Right. The surgeries aren't good for them alone.
Yeah.
But that continues to happen. Right. Yeah. So
they're not cheap either.
No, they're super expensive as well. Right. So we really need to make this. Sometimes we can get so stuck in our head about, why are you, like, look, the dog, like, why are you doing this? Why are you still doing this? You need to learn not to eat these things, whatever. You know what I mean? We can get so stuck in our head about, like, looking at the dog and needing for them to fix the behavior. But this is the same thing as what we talked about with the accidents, right? You have to assume 100% responsibility, right? And you need to take control of this situation, right? It is not optional. For the safety of the dog, for the safety of everybody involved, you have to be able to make sure this stuff doesn't happen, right? And sometimes that's hard. I have this conversation with clients all the time when it comes to dogs that are just, let's say, getting into things and not necessarily ingesting stuff, but just tearing things up, right? You need to be able to, one day at a time, block this pattern from happening, right? Forget solving the problem for a minute, right? At this point, multiple blockage surgeries, multiple eating things, there should not be a scrap of laundry even laying around in the house.
Exactly.
It can't.
No.
The only way you will get past this is by first and foremost making sure the dog has no ability of rehearsing it. And it's not like it's unpredictable things every time. It's the same shit every time this dog is consuming.
Yeah.
Right? You've got to you have to go back to puppy. You have to make sure it doesn't happen.
Yeah. You
just have to. Right? Yeah. And I don't know, sometimes as trainers, like, we got to figure out, like, what's holding us back? You know what I mean? Like, what is holding us back from getting the success we need to with this? And a lot of it is just not being able to be strategic enough about it, right? Take one day, right? If you're struggling with this issue at home, right? Yeah. Take one day, right? And let's say your trainer says, you got to get this under control, right? Your first homework assignment, that first day, is not do anything with the dog. The first day, you have to go around your house and you need to put literally everything away. And if you're not going to do that, you need to ask yourself the question of, would I rather get rid of this dog, or would I rather puppy-proof my house?
That's a good one.
That's
tough.
Like, if you're not going to do that, you need to just get rid of the dog.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's this, again, this is safety, right?
Yeah.
Like, the dog can die over this.
Yeah. 100%.
Right? And I don't even know, like, I wrote this down and I wanted to talk about it. I don't even know exactly, like what I want to say about it, other than it's frustrating to me sometimes when I see people in this position where they're struggling. Like, I feel for the owner. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to have to spend thousands of dollars on surgeries. I don't want them to have to, like, worry about their shit getting eaten all the time. But I also am looking at it from the dog's perspective of, like, you're not doing anything to stop the dog from you're doing nothing
exactly.
to stop the dog from doing it. So why would the dog not continue to rehearse that behavior?
Yeah.
Right? So first and foremost, you got to put everything away. Just put everything, unless you live in a freaking 25,000 square foot house where you can't, you know what I mean? And like, and even then you could gate the fucking dog off somewhere or something like that. But there's no way that you can't just put everything away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got drawers, you got closet. Throw everything in the fucking... You ever play that where you need to clean your house and you got shit everywhere and you need to just throw everything in the closet for a little bit?
Yeah.
Literally throw everything in the closet for a little bit, right? And keep the fucking door closed, right? Your laundry room, gate it off so the dog can't get into it. Like just put everything away. And if you do that, and you could just go 1 week where the dog doesn't eat something, right?
Yeah.
Another thing I tell people, get a leash, clip the leash onto the dog, get one of those waist leashes. No, I'm fucking serious.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
One of those waist leashes, and have that dog attached to your goddamn hip.
Yeah.
24/7. 24/7.
Yeah.
Right? Stick the dog in a crate if you need to go to the shower. Right? If you're going to the bathroom, the dog's fucking going in with you.
Yeah.
Right? Like 1 week. You have to go 1 week where the dog does not rehearse this behavior. Right?
Yeah.
And again, I know it's hard, but it's not that hard.
No.
And that's something sometimes you need to be told, right? Like it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Right? It might be annoying, but it's very easy to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 1 week of success then, right? Then we go for 1 more week. Let's get 2 weeks of success. Let's start reshifting this habit of I just eat shit all the time. From there, we can actually start working on the problem. But before you actually start working on the problem, you've got to do your part in making sure you're preventing it from happening. You're managing the situation very, 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 very well.
Yeah.
Right? From there, once you've managed the situation very well, every single day for a week, you need to set the situation up and you need to very, very, very clearly and firmly address and stop the behavior. Meaning, you're going to put your e-collar on the dog. You're going to turn it all the way up. You're going to take a couple socks, throw them in the middle of the room. They're going to be the only things that are out that the dog can possibly ingest. You're going to put your computer or your phone on FaceTime. You're going to walk into the other room, watch, and the second the dog even sniffs the sock, you are going to absolutely crush that behavior.
Yeah.
You are going to make it the most uncomfortable thing to even touch the socks. And you're going to do that every day for a week.